You can beat any kick or any punch with footwork. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the 3 broad categories of martial arts footwork, including linear, lateral, and circular. And then I'll share a really simple but effective footwork training drill using just a few of these cones. And we're getting started right now. What's up, Karate Playbook team? Welcome back to the channel. Now, if this is your first time joining us, my name is Nick, and like I mentioned in the intro, today we're covering footwork in the 3 broad categories that we have throughout almost all martial arts. Now, I will be demoing it and explaining it in more of a traditional karate aspect, but you can modify it for your fighting style. So the first 2 that we're talking about are linear and lateral, and these 2 we've actually covered pretty in depth in a previous video. So I'll cover it just briefly here, then I'll toss a link down in the description box so you can use that as an additional reference. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so as we're talking about linear and lateral, they are fairly similar to each other. So linear is just meaning that I'm going straight forward and straight back. So if I was set up facing right towards you, I'm going to go straight in and straight back just like this. Now again, what we want to make sure we're doing is not bringing our feet together, but instead bringing our feet apart and then sliding the other one up to meet it. So if I'm going backwards, I'm going to be nice and relaxed. I'm going to move my back foot and then my front foot will recover that distance, but I don't want to bring my feet together because I will be left off balance. In traditional karate, we're allowed to do sweeps. You are definitely susceptible for that if you bring your feet together. Now, even if you don't do sweeps, if you bring your feet together and they throw a kick or a really hard technique, you're going to be off balance. So we definitely want to make sure we keep them apart the entire time. Personally, I really prefer to keep it about a horse ride stance distance so that I can move fairly comfortably, but I have a nice strong base as well. Alright, so lateral movement is the same concept, but instead of going forward and back, I'm going straight to the side. So I might be going straight to my left or to my right, and just like with the forward and back movement, I want to move the closest foot to that direction. So if I'm going to the left, I'm going to move my left foot first, and then my right foot will follow. I'll move my right foot first if I'm going to the right. But like I said, this is just a quick recap of the forward and back, side to side movement because we have covered it in a previous video. So make sure you check that video out. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into the 3rd type of footwork, which is circular. All right, so now the idea of circular footwork is pretty simple and almost self-explanatory in that when I'm moving, I'm going to try to get my body to move around in a circle so that I can get out of their line of fire and put myself in a better position. Now, something we want to make sure we do is only move one foot around in a circle at any point in time. Because if I try to move both feet at the same time like this, obviously if they're coming straight in, they're going to still run right into me, and I've actually just made it a lot worse for myself. So I need to make sure that as they come in, my back foot steps either out to my right or behind me to my left this way. So I'm just pivoting and then back this way and pivoting and back this way. Just something else to keep in mind is if we are doing this, I need to make sure that I also get off of the angle and then back a little bit, because if I just get off the angle, they're gonna still run into my leg because I'm still on the same spot. So I need to make sure that as I rotate, I move back slightly as well. Now, a way that we can make this a little bit stronger is instead of just stepping my foot out, I'm going to actually compress my knees and then push my foot, almost like a kick. I'm going to compress and then push this leg off to the side to propel me off of that angle and get me out of their line of fire. All right, now you can use this both offensively and defensively. So defensively, it's pretty simple. They come in, we move, and we kick off to the side. Now, offensively, it's going to be very similar, but I'm going to be moving in first. So I'm going to do my linear body movement in, circular, and then linear to go backward. So with this, I might be set up in my stance. I might fake right at them to try to draw their reverse punch out, shift off to the side, and then catch after they've committed. So this is something I use from time to time, and it really does come in handy when you get somebody who's itching to throw a long reverse punch or a counter side kick or something along those lines. where you can just break off that angle and catch them right afterwards. Alright, so now for that drill that I was telling you about. This one's going to be pretty simple, but it is very effective. So all you need are a few cones. From here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to set these out in a square. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to set up in my stance. I'm going to step right into the inside, bring my rear leg in, and then kick off and make sure I get all the way outside. So I'm going to go in. Now if I just step this foot around, I'm going to obviously knock over the cone. So as I shift in, I bring this back leg in and push it out. And we're going to go all the way around, just like this, bringing our knee in and pushing off just like this. You can work this in either direction, going in and back this way. And this really will help you. You don't need a ton of space. If you're running a class, you can do this with a number of different people at the same time. If you're training at home and you don't even have some cones, not a problem at all. Put down anything. You can use pillows, you can use shoes, small children, anything you have sitting around that you can put 4 of them around, they will work perfectly. So the circular body action is definitely the most advanced, but it definitely comes in handy, and it can drastically improve your skills in sparring just by incorporating this in different ways. Just make sure that as you're rotating, you're also moving your body off to the side so you're not gonna get run into as that person comes in. All right, play around with these, try them out. Let us know what you think down in the comment section, but make sure you hit the like and the subscribe icons. That way you'll be updated with everything that we have coming out. Thank you all so much. Have an awesome time training and a great day. See you all in the next video. Peace.